Hello, hello. So, today we're going to be playing creativity. I saw this tweet from Mark Innovator 302 talking about how he went 13 and 1 the last two RCQs, won a 5K. It's basically an Archon list. I've built it on Magic Online. Oops. And we're going to play in a prelim that starts in 5 minutes. But until then, let's talk about the deck. So, there's been a lot of different versions of Archon creativity running around lately, and it's been having a lot of success. There's a lot of different versions, like I was saying, but basically it comes down to Grixis with persists and stuff like that versus more colors and more powerful cards, right? Like Teferi is a powerhouse in this deck. Renin 6 is also very powerful. Fable is just a broken magic card. You're literally seeing that in every format. It's dominating Standard, it's dominating Pioneer, it's dominating Explorer, it's probably an Alchemy, but who the hell knows, right? This card is just dominating every format that it's in. I even play against this card in Legacy in mono red prison type garbage decks, but this card is everywhere. It's very good. It's a 2-for-1 plus Faithless Looting plus a Kiki Jiki effect that copies broken ETBs. So this card's incredibly powerful. Now, one thing that I did notice is that there's only one black source in the deck. So hard casting an Archon, you have to do it with Fabled and treasures from this. But at the same time, you don't really want to be hard casting Archons. And the Explorer allows for turbo, transmogrify when, your opponent's on 3 lands and you're on 4 lands and you're just like, get you. But it's a very, very powerful deck. And it's been doing really well the last couple of weeks. It's sort of popped up. It's hard to run a league without running into this deck, some form or another. Now, the sideboard is interesting. So you have the Veils to protect yourself against Thoughtseize and counterspells. You have some Nature's Claims. You have some Besejus, which is obviously nuts with Renin 6. Flusterstorm Disputes, Alpine Moons. And I'd have to imagine the Sundering Titan is against 4-color decks. Usually you see, like, Emrakul in this spot, but Sundering Titan is really interesting because Sundering Titan, if you can bust out an early Sundering Titan and you're just like, all right, destroy 4 of your lands from your 4-color, 4-color opponent, that seems pretty strong. So, Leonine Sanctity is obviously a tremendously powerful card, and all these cards are very just good quality cards. They're all cheap, right? This entire sideboard is just very cheap. All 1 mana pieces of interaction, with the exception of these. And this is, 2 mana. But all cheap. Leyline's very powerful. I've never been too impressed with Leyline in sideboards, but, there are those decks out there that are just attacking your hand over and over and over, and especially burn and stuff like that. Just to be able to have a Leyline this is a very powerful tool against those kind of decks. And I do love the hard evidence crab stuff. I love this. So this is, they've had some success with it, so we're going to give it a shot and see if we can have a little success with it in this prelim. Okay, so round 1's about to start. This is a little bit different from my usual videos. I'm completely not streaming. It's just me by myself doing this offline. 22 people. It's pretty good for a 6 a.m. All the European grinders are here probably. All right, here we go. And round 1, let's go. We are playing against... It's shy. It doesn't want to show us. Okay. McWin sauce. Good luck. Have fun. All right. So we're playing against McWin sauce. This guy is a very good player. Very prolific Magic Online grinder. Just a big old... Just a moto grinder. But they're not here yet. So we're just going to chill. We're just going to relax. I want to play particularly fast against this guy. I guess since I'm actually making a YouTube video, I could just edit this whole waiting part out. And I'm not just doing Twitch streams, so you might not even see this part. But I'll probably leave it in because I'm really lazy. We'll see. But I don't know. I'm pretty excited to try this deck. I do love Fabled. It's so good, Fabled. Sometimes it's a little clunky. But I do love Hard Evidence. I love blocking Ragamans with Hard Evidence. Kind of curious about the 3 bolts. But I guess Prismari Command. Usually these decks have like bolts and fires and all kinds of stuff. But I never really liked the graveyard package with the Archons. It always felt a little inconsistent. But I know this guy is not a fan of mine. I've seen him complaining in multiple streams about me being a slow player. So he might just see that it's me and just not want to play me, which would be kind of hilarious. Or he could be doing whatever. Who knows? I know this guy is not my biggest fan, but that's okay. You can't make everybody happy in life. And, you know, if you worry about what people say about you on the internet, you're going to go crazy. I guess if you just worry about what people say on the internet, you're going to go crazy. Okay, so yeah, this is all going to be edited out probably. Oh, alright, they choose to play first. Alright, let's go. 2 Archons in the hand. This hand kind of blows. Let's mulligan. We do have the Fabled. Alright, let's keep... What land goes back? We could probably put this back. And then just go 1, 2, 3. Done. It does suck not to be able to Hard Evidence on 1. Alright. They're playing Giganta. It looks like Shadow. Alright, so we're probably going to have to... There's no Breeding Pool in the deck. I don't want to get hit by this. So I'm going to get a Steam Vents. And probably just play this. Like, this is a bit of a liability, right? Because we don't get the Ren and 6 on 2. But if we let the monkey hit us, and then they get to Thoughtseize us and hold up Drown, we're probably not going to get to resolve the Ren and 6 anyway. So, I'll just, you know. This does kind of suck, because we're not being able to play the Ren and 6 next turn. But I think this is for the best. They need a Lightning Bolt and not like an Unholy Heat. Alright, so they are going to take the Ren and 6 here, which I couldn't cast anyway. But this is just too big of a swing. Like, Ragavan is so insanely powerful. Especially in this deck, where you get every spell you cast costs 1 mana. So... we'll see. But they're playing Grixis Ledger Shredder. It's just basically Death Shadow. Oh boy. Well, look at this start. It's pretty crazy. Alright. Well, we drew it anyway. So I guess we'll just play this. Yield. We could have played this and drawn with this, but I think we need to get this in play. I mean, we're just relying on this crab. If they have another fetch land, this thing grows out of range. This could be a major problem. But we'll have to block here, take this. They did see this Ren and 6 off the bobble, so they do know about it. But, alright, we'll block the Ragavan. Hopefully no dress downs. Croxa. Guess Croxa makes us discard Prismari command. And then we'll go Renin 6 minus on Ragavan. We could play the Fable. But I think it's Renin 6 minus on Ragavan. Then we can chump here. Because we could just get one-shotted by this, right? This thing could just dress down, kill us. They're taking Renin 6. I need my lands. They flashback Croxa, that's kind of wild. I guess it's not that wild, right? Because Archon just grows this. Alright, so we discard this. Okay. Ooh, Dwarven Mine. I guess I plus Return Wood Foothills. I don't want to go to 13, so this can be a one-shot lethal. Right? So I don't want to crack this fetch and get one-shot from 13. So I'm just going to play this Dwarven Mine. And I'm going to Creativity the Clue token here. We'll get an Archon. This does grow the Shadow to a 6/6. That was dumb to do this, right? And not play this fetch land. But I'm okay with this, right? Because if they make us discard it, then we just return it. Like, who cares? Discard you. Let's block here. Just chump. Keep our life total nice and high. Alright. So, we won game 1. This is going to be a tough one. So, we definitely want the Veil of Summers, right? We could bring in Leyline of Sanctity, but that's so much. I don't know. I mean, Leyline's a bit of a liability. But at the same time, like, we can always discard to Fable. I think the Veil should be good enough. So what do we want to cut? I could see... I have no idea. I have not played this deck before, but I could see making some upgrades here. Like, I think we could shave a Fable. I think we could shave a Prismari command. I think we could shave an Explorer. Maybe we just shave all these, like, a little bit clunkier spells. Do we want Leyline of Sanctity? I guess that's the real question. I mean, probably, right? I guess we could just play it over and explore, and we'll cut a Spell Pierce since we're playing all this. But if we're playing Leyline, do we really need the Veil? All right, we'll just try Leyline, right? Let's try it. They're definitely going to bring in, they probably have 6 to 8 Thoughtseizes. They're probably 6 Thoughtseizes these days. All right. Maybe the Veil. I'm just second guessing myself about. See, because like at this point, right? If we ever draw, like at this point, if we ever draw the Leyline, we're gonna look stupid. All right, they're gonna play the Ragavan. Okay, well, we need to kill this. We might just let them hit us. Hold up the Veil. No, we can't do that. We can't let them hit us. We cannot let them hit us with this. I hate that card. It's so strong. They'll just get such a mana advantage, and we'll just lose. Alright. Thoughtseize away the Wrenn. Oh, Dash Ragavan. Interesting. They got our creativity. Well, that's good because we didn't want to draw that. Well, not the most explosive turn from us. See, I would kind of like a 4th Lightning Bolt in the sideboard against these kind of decks, but maybe you're just supposed to ignore them. They're just supposed to probably just ignore them. Shredder. Yep. We'll cycle one of these Veils at the end of turn. Yup. Okay. Veil. Get to draw a card because of the blue card. Alright, so let's get a land. They have upkeep. What do they pause on the upkeep for? Maybe they have surgical? I haven't seen this list play surgical in a long time. Guess we could play Steam Vents untapped and play Wrenn. Maybe it's right to play the Fabled here. And then Wrenn pings Ragavan. Then dies to Shredder. We could just plus and get a land back. Yeah, I'm plussing. Okay. They do get to hit us with Ragavan and Shredder, but we need lands. This might be a wild mistake, but I don't know. I don't know. We're definitely going to Spell Pierce this iteration. Definitely doing that. Obviously, it's not the best for us, but at the same time, right? We choke up their mana a little bit. Even though they get 2 mana this turn. But if they get 2 mana this turn, it means they killed the Wrenn and 6, which means they don't get a treasure, right? If they kill the Wrenn and 6 here, they don't get a treasure, which is really like important. Unless they like bolt it. I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully they tap out and they attack Wrenn and they don't hold up anything. Are they just going to heat Wrenn? Oh, okay. If they tap out, we just make a fucking thing next turn. An Archon next turn. Hopefully they go 1-2, swing to kill Wrenn. Oh, they're just ignoring Wrenn? Love it. Okay, so they could have 1 mana Spell Pierce here, or 1 mana removal spell. I kind of want to go ping, ping. Ping you. If they do something to save this, then we could just go land Transmogrify 2020. Or 6/6. I don't know why I said 2020. But land Transmogrify 2020. So hopefully they do something like bolt this. And then we can just go land, crack, Dwarven Mine, Transmogrify, blah. But we'll see. Right? Because like when they have this 1 mana open, using the Transmogrify on the Dwarven Mine is really risky. And if they do have a counterspell, we're probably going to go... If they let this resolve, we'll probably go Wooded Foothills. We don't actually have another fetchable green source. So... I'm going to play this fetch. I'm going to crack it. I'm going to get a Dwarven Mine. And I'm going to cast Fable. I think it's too risky to go Transmogrify the Dwarven Mine with 1 mana open. I think that's way too risky. So we're going to do it like this. Way too risky, I think, to do that. Next turn, right? They've shown that they're ignoring the Wrenn and 6. So we will be able to go like... What is this? Looks like Drown on the Goblin Shaman token. I have no idea what this is. Ledger Shredder, sure. Alright, well, hopefully... We'll let them do their connives, right? Always want to let your opponent do the connives first. Connive. They're discarding a Death Shadow. Connive. Okay, so now we will Veil. Hopefully they don't have a thing, but see, they did have the Flusterstorm. So if we went for it last turn, it would have really hurt. But it's okay, right? Because we have the Transmogrify. They can kill the Wrenn and 6 here. But they only have 1 card in their hand, so maybe we could just Fable. We could Fable into... Because we are drawing 2 next turn. They're killing me. Okay, so let's kill this. So I'm gonna discard both of these. Oh, Transmogrify, hell yeah. Let's discard Fabled Wrenn and 6. Yes, discard 1, 2. Okay, so let's plus return Wooded Foothills. I want to be able to play around a Spell Pierce here, right? So I am going to play this land. I am going to attack with this Goblin Shaman token. Attack. Get the treasure. Just so we could play around a Spell Pierce. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Transmogrify. What's your last card, friend? Okay. That's pretty good for us. Okay. I think that's going to be it. Okay, that was round 1. Obviously, Veil of Summer was big there. I mean, they countered them, but we got to cycle 1. That was a pretty good match. I don't know about the ley line. Maybe we got lucky not to draw them. But at the same time, the Veils felt good. I love Veil. It's such a powerful card. I, as a Storm player, hate Veil, but I also enjoy it when it's very powerful. All right, that was round 1. We'll be back for round 2 later. So here's their Living End over here, which this is a good hand for his Living End. There's no point in playing the Wrenn and 6. We need to Spell Pierce them immediately. So we will... Do we have... We don't have another... There's 2 Steam Vents. Okay, so we can play another Hard Evidence and yield to the turn. Alright, so we're going to yield here. They're going to attack us for 1. Alright, so 1, 2, 5, 6. Are we able to Thoughtseize them first? Cabal Ritual's 5. Cabal Ritual. I don't have Threshold. Oh my god. What a shame. How embarrassing. I'll take the Crater Hoof. I can't believe I threw away that. I didn't have threshold. 5. Cast this, replay. Oh my god, embarrassing. Embarrassing. Alright, so we are holding up Spell Pierce here against them. Alright, well, we just need to draw another Cabal Ritual or a Dark Ritual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we Infernal Tutor. Let's get a Cabal Ritual. Okay, so we have the Spell Pierce, which is basically our only hope to beat this. Everything you know. Okay. So let's try this again. Alright, let's go Cabal Ritual, Lion's Eye Diamond, this was a mistake playing the LED, because now if they have the thing, oh okay, never mind. That was a mistake to play the Cabal Ritual, because if they have Mindbreak Trap, that was really bad. Alright. They're cascading here. So they're going to... Okay, so we obviously have to Spell Pierce this. I'd like to pay 2 life. We are going to Spell Pierce you. This is their turn, so they can't do anything about that. That just gets resolves. Okay, that was the worst draw that we could draw. This game's not looking great for us. On the plus side, we could discard to hand size next in 2 turns and discard this Archon of Cruelty. Or we could Prismari Command discard Archon in response to them going for it. And we're blocking. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to correct this. So we could just go to our end step and discard Lord of Cruelty. That might be the play. But they're probably going to Living End us. We're gonna gamble. Hopefully they just cycle here. This might be the wrong play. This might be the wrong play, but like, hopefully they just cycle. But Archon of Cruelty is a very powerful card to have in a graveyard and get back with one of these Living Ends. Okay. Okay, that's great. Perfect. This is a bit of a gamble we just pulled off. But their Living Ends are getting significantly more powerful than just one Archon of Cruelty. But I mean, if they do Living End, we can bring back the Archon, make them sack. We'll see. Next turn we have Prismari Command into Creativity. Alright, so now, like, they're in a weird spot, because if they cast Charlotte's Agent, they have to sack 2 creatures here. Some of these lists are main decking Endurances, But this is the blacklist, so they might not be doing that as much. Okay, so let's fetch out a green source. Is it right to play Renin 6? Or is this Prismari Command better? Probably Prismari Command's just better. Alright. Prismari Command, hopefully draw 2 Archons, discard 2 Archons. That would be the dream, right? Alright, so if they go for it here at the end of turn, their graveyard's getting pretty powerful over there. Okay, alright. Their graveyard is reaching the point where 1 Archon's not going to solve it. But we can Prismari Command at the end of their turn. Grief us? Well, we don't really have much going on. I'm going to Prismari Command. Target player creates a treasure. Target player draws 2 cards, and then player discards 2 cards. That player creates a treasure. That's me. Shit. We'll discard. Bolts could actually get them here. They go to 7. They go to 7. 10, 7. So this is 6 points of burn. To push them at 7, it makes 2 attacks. I guess we discard a creativity. Discard 2 cards. 2 creativities. And we have Spell Pierce, so they have to like take the Spell Pierce. So they will take the Spell Pierce. Well, this is a tough one. It depends on what their hand is. If they do Shardless Agent me, I think they take a Bolt. Interesting. Very interesting. Guess maybe they don't see the Spell Pierce. Will they have a Force Negation? That's kind of wild. Very wild. Very wild to me. I guess we just go for it, right? We just go 1, 2, 3 creativity on a Krabby. Or we might as well just play this. Then they could Spell Pierce it. They're probably waiting to Living End, actually. Dwarven Mine. It doesn't seem that smart to actually try and go for it now, because we just go 1, 2, 3. In response, they Living End. Then they have Force the Negation for our Spell Pierce, and we're in trouble. And we lose our thing. So let's just Renin 6. Plus Renin 6. Draw would draw the Tarn. Even though they knew we drew. Okay. Maybe this was the wrong line to take. Maybe I'm supposed to go for it. But if we go for it and they Living End, and then they have Force Negation, it's trouble for us. Trouble. I think we're just dead if they have Living End plus Force Negation. But I mean, aren't we always? Aren't you always just dead to that shit? Always just dead to that shit. Alright, it's your end step. Don't really know what they're up to. More cycling? Gross. Red means it's time. Why don't you just draw a card? Why are you doing this in response? Sure. Oh, because they have the force negation and they don't want me to... Alright, well, spell pierce. Force negation. Yup. Alright, what do we bolt? Are we just dead? I think we're just dead. So what happens? We block 5, 9. Yeah, we're just dead. We have to block here. We could bolt this. So we're taking 11, 20, 30. Not that much, but we're dead. Alright. We want these cards. We want these cards. We don't want bolt. We probably don't really need Fable. Explorer's probably fine. We could probably cut down on the hard evidences. We just really want Teferi. Teferi's a big game against this deck. Maybe we do want Fables. The problem is you play a Fable and they just play something crazy. I guess this is a keepable hand. We get the Triome. We play land pass, get the Triome. This has Rug Triome and America's Triome. So we'll get Rug Triome to have green. The only thing about this deck is it does take a lot of damage off its lands. Alright, let's get green. Let's untap. Let's hopefully draw land here. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about the explorers in this list. Obviously that looked terrible. But, I mean, pay 1 mana, draw a card. Not very good rate. Obviously the upside is very high. Give us a land, please. They'll take the Spell Pierce. Yeah, these explorers just not great. But, I mean, whatever. If we hit a land there, we're so far ahead. Right? We're at 3. We can untap and go Creativity, Prismari Command, discard Archon, make a thing, hold up Spell Pierce. Discarding Fable. Oh, man. I guess we need to do it again, right? We need to gamble. Okay, well, that's not great. Now they just have it and we're dead. Maybe I needed to hold up Spell Pierce. Yeah. Yeah, not the best. Now we're just so dead. I mean, even if we hold up the Spell Pierce. Oh, they don't have it. Wild. Alright, well, the game continues. But the problem is we only have 1 blue source. So, like, we need to draw another blue source. I guess we just pass. Yield through the turn. Maybe during their upkeep, we're supposed to Prismari Command. I mean, they can't counter our Prismari Command, and they don't have red to cast it on our turn. But we can go, if they do go for it, we could Prismari Command, discard the 2 Archons. I'm going to go for it now because I guess I can wait a turn, right? We can wait and do it during their upkeep. Like, let's say we draw a blue land, right? We can go Prismari Command, discard, discard, hold up Spell Pierce. That's not terrible. Alright. Go to our turn. They don't have red, right? So there's no red here. So they can't have anything too crazy. Okay. So now we go to their upkeep. Okay, more cycling. Yes, yes, yes. So let's go to their upkeep to do this. There's so many wake curve waves. It's so crazy. 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Alright, so we're in their upkeep. Do we think this is a good idea? I'm doing it. 1, 2, 3. Target player draws 2 cards, discard 2 cards, creates a treasure token. That's me. Discard, discard. Alright. Now I have the Veil of Summer plus a Spell Pierce. And I have 2 Archons in the graveyard so that I feel safe. I don't know if I should feel safe, but I feel safe. I feel safe. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do. Alright. Here we go. Foundation Breaker. My treasure token. Sure. My treasure token is defeated. Yep. So what land am I getting here? I think I'm getting America's Triumph. Untap. I think we're playing Teferi. Wow. Teferi, unsummon that thing, try and hit a land drop. Land drop? Okay, well. We can cast the Hard Evidence. But I feel as though we want to leave up Spell Pierce and Veil and stuff. Maybe it's wrong to do that. Hard Evidence lets us Transmogrify next turn. But I want to hold these up. I want to hold these up. Okay. So they need a Twara to deal with Teferi. They have 1 Atwara in play, so don't they play like 1 in the deck? I do enjoy this deck. I don't necessarily enjoy missing off Explorers, but I do enjoy the deck. Alright, so they have to dig for Atwara to answer Teferi. Cycle the Street Wraith. Alright. Okay, so we plus. We run in 6. Run in 6. Plus return Tarn. Play Tarn. Play whatever the hell this is called. And we have this so we can Hard Evidence at the end of their turn. And then Creativity. And like just get them. We do have 2 Spell Pierces in hand too. I feel good. I feel good about this game. Okay, so let's start off with the Hard Evidence. Now, let's crack this. I think we need the blue. They can have a Twara, and then they can't recast a thing, so we're safe to put this into play tapped. Go to our turn. Plus the Fairy. Plus the Wren. Get the Scalding Tarn. Play the Tarn, and we can creativity at the end of their end step and make 2 things and kill them. Okay, I'm down with this. This feels good. This feels strong. Alright, I think we got this game locked up. Teferi is broken against this kind of deck. Broken, broken, broken. 4, 5, 6. So we can make a Dwarven Mine and then go 1, 2, 3. Teferi is the ultimate best answer against Living End. Okay. Alright. That worked out. We were on the play. It's going to be a lot harder on the draw this time. What do we want? Explore was kind of so medium. I don't know when we're going to have time to cast it. Fable seems okay. Let's cut an Explorer. Let's have 3 Fables, 2 Explorers. And 2 Hard Evidences. Maybe still want one of these over an Explorer. It's easier to cast this on 1 than cast that. And then we can, like, do the mana stuff. I don't know. Casting Explorer on 2 into them being able to cast Living End doesn't seem great. I think we just want 1-man interaction. And we'll go from there. It's an interesting matchup. Oh boy. In a perfect world, I think we could keep this. I mean, we have the Fable. Oh, this is so tough. I mean, are we ever going to get in a position where we can actually play the Fable and discard these 2? Because I don't think so. Alright, well, this is the exact same fucking hand. Only I have 2 Archons. Let's mulligan this. Keep. We'll put back Transmogrify and Prismari Command. We'll play this. And we will hopefully be able to Veil a thing. Let's get Ketria. Play Dwarven Mine. I mean, if they start off with... It's pretty good for us. The problem is, do we just jam Teferi and lose? Or do we hold up Mystical Dispute? Oh, they missed a land drop here? Alright, so there's no way they don't have Force of Negation here. So we can hold up Dispute, and then hope to draw land, and then go Teferi plus Veil. Or do we just jam Teferi and get wrecked by the thing? I think we wait a turn. This deck plays a lot of lands, 24 lands. Alright, here we go. man. So annoying. So annoying. Now we're just gonna get wrecked. Because we don't have blue. No, we're just gonna get wrecked. Alright. Forced negation. Oh shit. Okay, well, they're gonna take our Teferi, and we have to draw another Teferi or a land to get an Archon. They'll probably take a Teferi here. But they did have a forced negation, so we were right not to jam Teferi. They probably just take the Teferi. They have to take the Teferi, let's be real. Alright, land for Archon. Well, that's not exactly the land I was referring to, but... oh well. Tilt. We have a dispute up. So they'll have to go to our turn and then dispute and then make us dispute. Alright, well. This is kind of rough. So if we go make a thing, creativity it, they just living end, we lose. If they living end, we lose anyway. I think I messed this game up by mulliganing. It's weird. Like, we can't just go for it into living end. Not having any kind of relic effects. I mean, I could see winning this matchup with the fairies and stuff. But, you know, it's tough. Okay, so we're still going. Alright, so we have a mystical dispute, which answers their thing. I kind of don't want to crack this yet, because I think we might need double blue down the line. Well, I guess that is blue. Now we still have the mystical dispute up. And we'll just pass. And we can crack the fetch at some point. Too much of a gamble to draw two now and then just get wrecked. I mean, we're probably dead anyway here, you know? Like, we don't have a lot of choices. Alright. This deck is so powerful. Force negation is just very, very powerful. I know, that's a really hot take. We can't crack this at the end of turn. We'll just get living ended. They might not have it, but I don't want to take that risk. That's the worst draw that we could ask for. I guess we draw here. Fuck. I guess if we make it one more turn, we could just raw dog this Teferi, I guess. I guess that's our next turn. But if we play it now, they just living end and get us. So they're probably going to play 4 lands and be able to pay for Mystical Dispute. But they don't play that many untapped lands, so maybe we can get away with it. Yeah. They just need to find a force negation or agree for one thing, and we're just toast. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Yep. And then we just close. I mean, we're obviously dead, but you know, you have to go out with a bang. They have a mystical dispute of their own, probably. I guess they just go to their turn and then agent now, I suppose. How big is this? 1 million? Yup. Yeah. GG's. Reasonable, fun stuff. I guess it's my own fault, right? I don't know. I should have. I mean, they had the force of negation if we jammed the Teferi. Yeah, we'll be back with round 3. That was a rough match. Like, these cards are kind of useless. Like, you can never tap out. Maybe I have to play this deck more, but these cards are kind of useless. You can never tap out. I don't know. You'd think bringing in all this... We should never really drew Flusterstorm. Flusterstorm would have been really good there. Oh, well. Oh, well. Alright. I will see you guys for round 3. Alright, here we go for round number 3. This hand is okay. I guess we play Tarn Pass. Green Triome. Scalding Tarn. So Green Triome. We can even put the lands here. Green Triome, blue, white, explore. So we go 1, 2, explore, play 3. Next turn, play this, play this. I don't know. This should be interesting at least, but we're going to lead on Tarn. We are on the play versus Alberto. Alright, we'll be back when Alberto shows up. Okay, so here we are. Alberto's back. We'll just Tarn, pass. Oh, they're back, but... Alright. So we have the Bolt. We have the Cracked Triome for the Explorer. We should be pretty good with all our colors. Okay. Ragavan. Well, we know what we have to do. Yeah. Let's see who they're targeting. They're targeting me, sure. Kind of interesting because I have a fetch land, but I guess they get to learn a little bit. Let's get the green so we can definitely explore. Hold that. Should we just play them? Let's play this. Let's go explore. Put this land into play. Alright. This will be Rogue Triome again. Doesn't really matter which one it is. We just need blue, really. And if we're getting a tap land, we might as well get a Triome. I guess there's multiple greens, so let's get Rug. Only white is for Teferi. Do we want to run Mirror Breaker out? Probably. I hope this resolves. They're probably going to counter it, but I hope it resolves. Yeah. Alright, it's time for the Dwarf train to start running now. Iteration. Mishra's Bauble. I love how they just fire it off. Alright, well, we're going to get the Dwarven Mine. Can we draw creativity? No. They didn't know we're drawing, so we'll just play this and attack. We'll just keep getting dwarven mines. We shall create an army of dwarfs. More dwarfs. Hard evidence. Alright, let's attack. We should draw off the evidence here. Our dwarf. I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that. Alright, let's draw. That's interesting. That's a good draw. That's a very good draw. Alright, Transmogrify is creature only, so they're probably going to go Murktide into Counterspell this turn. That's what this stupid deck does, which is just broken. So broken. So broken. So what do we need to do here? We need 1, 2, 3. We need to draw a Teferi or something that they need to counter. Let's get another dwarf. We need to draw a Teferi. Teferi's the best draw. Fable is good too. Of course, now they let it resolve. We'll play land too. And we'll attack with these two. They'll kill one. And the question is, I guess we have to blow a counterspell now. And they have the counterspell. And hopefully they don't have another Murktide to kill us. This matchup seems very difficult. We're dead to another bolt. It looks like they have one bolt. If they have bolt plus another Murktide, we're dead. Well, it looks like we're just dead to the bolt anyway. No. Alright. Well, let's discard these two cards. Yes, discard. I guess we attack first. Get a treasure. Well, I guess we attack first. So how do we get out of this? We need to loot. We need to target player draws 2. I think we're dead. I believe we are deceased. I guess we had a blue. We can use the. Yeah, I guess we discard these two. Then we cast this. I don't know what we could draw here. Dead. I guess 4 lands in hand. That wasn't a bad effort for having 4. At one point, our entire hand was 4 lands. So if we would have had a spell, a second spell, we probably would have been good there. All right, let's do all this. What are we cutting? What do we cut now? I think we cut. We want to stop Ragavans. I think we cut the Explorers. I think we cut a Fable. And I think we cut Transmogrify. A Prismari command? Alright. Maybe this is wrong cuts, but should be okay. I just not a fan of Explore. The only good thing about the Explore is it's easy for me to side out. Obviously, I don't have the expertise with this deck to know what the perfect sideboarding is, but we're just kind of winging it. All right, this... In some ways, this hand's great, and in other ways, this hand sucks. Like, if they play a Ragavan on one, we're just toast. All right, this is a lot better. We'll put back this. We could put back this, but I think we put back this. Hard evidence. Return. Let's play this and draw off this. We just need cards, you know? We get to replace our hard evidence and draw a card? That seems pretty good. What color are we getting here? Maybe we just get a Triome. But the problem is, like, what are you fetching here? Are you fetching white or green? I'm gonna get green, I suppose. Okay. Perfect. All right. Well. Yep. So we get to Prismari command at the end of their turn so far. Explosives on 0. I could Spell Pierce this. That's probably worth a Spell Pierce. I mean, they could pay. But if they pay, they tap out, and then we could just go Creativity Bop. That was a good draw. So we have Prismari command at the end of their turn. Discard this Archon, create treasure. Untap, Creativity plus Spell Pierce. I like it. I would attack with the Crab, but they have Ragavan Dash, so we can't get cute. I mean, we can get cute, but it would not behoove us to do that. Dress down. Guess they're just cycling this. It's going to be on their turn. What? Whatever. Whatever. I think they just want to. I have no idea. Sure. They're not casting the Consider. Let's wait for the dress down to be gone, and let's go 1, 2, 3. Target player draws 2 cards, then discards 2 cards and creates treasure token. That's me. I want 2 cards, and I want treasure token. I will discard you. And I will discard you? Question mark? You're kind of good. You're kind of good. These are both all good. I don't want to discard any cards. Maybe that's wrong. Wrong. Let's get America's Triome. So now we have all the colors of the rainbow. Why do I always draw this? So I guess now we go Ren and 6. I don't want to go for it here. We'll just set up our mana base for the future, you know? We could just set up our mana. They don't have any threats. We can start making 1/1s. Kind of annoying. Alright, well, same concept, I guess, next turn. Glad we didn't go for it, right? Imagine if they have, like... I don't know, it's always so hard with this stupid deck. They have a lightning bolt that they're not using. Let's get a Krabby. Or a Dwarf. Okay, so let's see. We go 1, 2, 3. Let's get in 1 point of damage with this. So I guess we go crack, play the dwarf. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we go creativity. These two. 1, 2. Okay. And we hold up Spell Pierce. Oh, well, that's easy. That was easy. Alright. I mean, if they have a Flusterstorm or like a Spell Pierce, Flusterstorm, then it's a lot easier. A lot harder to win that game. Alright, so we're in the draw. What do we want on the draw? Kind of like Prismaric Command being an instant. I think it's probably better than this third Fable. On the draw. I really wish I had more bolts to just be like, I don't want to die to Ragavan. But I guess hard evidence is I don't want to die to Ragavan, but at the same time, it's not. It is, and it isn't. Huh. Well, this hand sucks. We should get destroyed by Ragavan. This hand is... Guess we're keeping. We're putting back Archon of Cruelty. And we're leading off on Dwarven Mine. Hopefully they don't play Ragavan on 1. Okay, they didn't play Ragavan on 1. So let's play Dwarven Mine, yield. And then this gets this into this. Alright, so hopefully they play Shredder here. Okay, don't have the bobble. Alright, I am just going to kill this Shredder. Am I? No, I need Ren and 6. I always needed Ren and 6. Ren and 6 will buy us a lot of time. Plus we really need the mana. Like, look at this mana. What a train wreck. Iteration. Alright, let's see if the goal would be to untap with Ren and 6 here. Spire Bluff, Bolt. Attack. Sure. Alright, so it's gaining us a bunch of life, and we get to play another one anyway. Discarding an Unholy Heat. Our Ren and 6 is dead. I don't want to play a second land here. I'm just gonna get America's Triumph. I don't want to play a second spell. I mean, right? Because if I go to Bolt and Ping, then they can just connive, and it grows to a 5/4. Maybe this was wrong. Maybe I wanted to get America's Triumph for the Teferi. But I need blue plus white. Ledger Shredder. Okay. Alright. So let us bolt the Ledger Shredder. Alright. Let's crack this for the Teferi Triome. Plus return. I don't want to grow this. I just don't want to. But I guess I need to. No, I don't need to do anything. Fuck them. I'll just sit here forever. My Ren 6. No. I mean, those Ren 6 bought me a lot of time. Okay. So this is kind of good for us. They're taking a bit of damage, but not the most damage. You playing a Murktide here? Wild. It's only a 7/7. Alright, so what do they have in their hand? That was the best possible draw we could draw in the land of draws. I think it just has to be play this, crack, get a dwarf, creativity, hold up Spell Pierce away, whatever. Do they have Flusterstorm? We could play Teferi, bounce this. Or we could... Alright, so this beats Flusterstorm. This beats anything else. What do we play? What do we play around? Flusterstorm, if we go this plus Teferi minus... We'd have to play this. If we Teferi minus, we beat everything that's not Flusterstorm. This thing kills our Teferi. Let's go for the playing safe. Let's play safe. Let's play around Flusterstorm. We're choosing to play around Flusterstorm as opposed to playing around Spell Pierce and Subtlety. What the fuck? Oh, that's so bad for us. That's so bad. Ugh. Yeah, I guess that works. I can't put it on the top. I have to put it on the bottom. Alright, well. Shit. Shit. Alright, well, next turn we'll have to creativity save us. We're taking 1,000,000 damage here. If they have a bolt, we're dead. No, we're not dead. If we crack this fetch, then we have a bolt and we're dead. But I don't really want to do that. So we'll go to our turn. We'll play this. And we can crack this and go to 3. Just die to bolt. Alright, here we go. Alright, well, I guess I chose poorly. Let's ask him. Alright. Let's see if they say anything. They had a counterspell too. Alright, so in that situation, if I just went for it, I should have just gone for the creativity. If I went for the creativity, I would have won. But, I mean, yeah. Counterspell plus subtlety. So, we made the absolute worst decision because of subtlety. Right? We played our creativity. If we would have creativity last turn instead of playing the Teferi, we would have won the game. Because they had the Spell Pierce. We Spell Pierce back. We get our Archon. They sack this. We take 7. Then we attack them and kill them with... Like, our Archon outweighs their Murktide. So, we would have won the game if I went the other way. But I went the conservative way. And I went to play around Flusterstorm, but lost to Subtlety. It's very difficult to know how to play against this deck. But that's just a prime example. If I just damned the creativity, say Flusterstorm be damned, I would have won. But I played around 1 and played right into another. That was unfortunate. Alright, we'll be back for round 4. Okay, round 4 is about to start. And we could play against anyone. Alright. It's not been the best prelim. Would you like to play Burris? Yes. Hey. Alright. We'll keep this hand. It's pretty sweet. This is like the best hand we've had all day. Hard evidence. Alright, and then we have Ren and 6 on 2. So broken. Alright, so they're playing Hammer. Oh boy. Okay, opponent. We'll just have to ping this thing. We'll have to let them draw. I mean, whatever. Yep. No. Well, all we have to do is make it a couple more turns. It might be the affinity list versus the hammer. We'll see. Block with the crabbers. Stoneforge Mystic. Interesting. Well, it's definitely hammer, not the affinity. Okay, well... Let's see, we can ping this. Unsummon Teferi. I think we're pinging the Esper Sentinel. We have the lands. Esper Sentinel draws some cards. We can't have that. Alright, now that's out of the way. So, we can Teferi minus here. Then we get to search again. That's not great. We can let the Cauldron resolve. Let's just yield. If we play Teferi, we could play Teferi and plus. Then it just gets attacked. Teferi minus, they kill it. Then they get to re-summon something else. But if they do re-summon something else, then we get to just resolve this creativity. This transmogrify, hopefully. So let's just do this. Maybe this was wrong. Maybe we're just supposed to draw. But, I mean, if they have Spell Pierce, they get us pretty good here. Hopefully they tap out and play, like, whatever, Reality Chip. Alright. This actually kind of works for us. So now we just play that, and then we just transmogrify this thing. Alright. Well, I mean, they still have Cauldra, so this race is Cauldra. Well, we could obviously lose to nonsense. Alright. Hopefully they just have Cauldra. And there's nothing else. Reality chip to Cauldra, sure. Okay. So, what do we want to do here? I believe we want to start off with a Ren and 6 ping. Ren and 6 ping this, make them sack one of these two. Ren and 6. Ping you. Now let's attack with both of these. Guess maybe we just need to attack with this. I mean, this is 9 swing. Make them discard the last card in their hand. It's a bolt. I guess we just hold everything up. We don't need to play this. We'll just hold up Spell Pierce. We'll just hold up Bolt. Alright, we hold the world up. They do have the reality chip here, so they can do some stuff. Pure Steel Paladin is fine. So guard his aid, we shall Spell Pierce. Let's Spell Pierce this. Now we Spell Pierce this. Actually, we could just let this resolve, right? And then Spell Pierce the hammer. They've played a land. Inkmoth Nexus. Yeah, sure. This resolves. Killing Ren? Sure, Ren dies. Alright. Kill you with Archon. This Archon card is such a beast. This card's so crazy. Alright. What is this? Activate a tapped Inkmoth. Okay. We could go Prismari Command, kill these, but they're just dead. They're just dead. Alright. So how do we want to board against Hammer Time? Well, I guess we could Nature's Claim. I guess we want these. Alpine Moon Saga, Boseiju, Nature's Claim, Nature's Claim. So what's going to be a little slow? What's going to be not good? Maybe Fable's going to be a little not good. We can cut all the Fables. I'm going to explore on the draw. Maybe this is wrong, but I think this is okay. I don't know. Like, we had... This is where, like, more experience playing the deck comes into play. Alright, so we have Dwarven Mine, Ren and 6, into Teferi, into Creativity. Alright, what do you got? Drum, you got a 0. Of course you got a 0. You got 2 zeros. Alright, well, we got an Explorer. Maybe I was supposed to play the Fetch first and get a Triome. But now we're just taking 1,000,000 damage. Jesus. These were just dead. Okay. Okay. Well, Sigarda's Aid is a really fun, fair, balanced card. You know, but it's okay because Splinter Twin is... It's a turn 4 format, you know? Turn 4. So we can't... So fucking stupid. Oh, I can't even say it with a straight face. I guess I made the mistake of not keeping a lightning bolt. Shit. Keep. This hand sucks, but, you know, whatever. I'm going to play a Dwarven Mine on turn 1. They're mulliganing to 5. You're either going to kill me on turn 1, or you're going to do nothing. Let's start off with a Dwarven Mine and pass. It's so crazy how important these bolts are not to just die. Oh, maybe I should have played the Wrenn and 6 there. But I don't want to die to some shit. Alright, we'll let them decide what they want to get. But we will be bolting that. Never bolted before, right? Alright, let's kill this. Now we'll play the Boseiju, kill that. Alright, well we don't have to. Now we're in really good shape. That was like the best possible draw, because now we can play this, pay 2 life. Now we have active Wrenn and 6. We didn't have to play the stupid Boseiju. Now we could just Boseiju plus them every turn. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Alright, well... Boink. They could put multiple hammers on this. I guess I bolted in response, right? Let this thing target. I don't want them to, like... Guess I could just Boseiju it. Alright, they have 1 card in hand. So we should be okay. Just Boseiju this. They'll probably go Ink Moth, attack Wrenn. Try and kill Wrenn. If they swing the Ink Moth at Wrenn, I'll try and bolt it. But if not... Stoneforge Mystic, sure. I think we got there this game. Boy, it's crazy how much we need this lightning bolt. Attacking Wrenn and 6, that's so nice. I could bolt this and save the Wrenn. They throw the hammer down, and then they're just done with the hammer. I don't have to worry about the hammer anymore. I'm gonna do it. Make them blow the hammer. Sure. Alright. Give me a land so I could just creativity them. And end the game. Okay. Well, that's not a land, but... It does let us get back a fetch land. We are completely shields down this next turn. So we can return the Watery Grave. Alright. Are we just gonna go shields down? We could play the other Wrenn and return the Boseiju and plus the Wrenn. But we're just dead. We're dead. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play the other Wrenn. There's no point in playing the other Wrenn. Because then they just kill the other Wrenn. I don't know, man. I guess I just get a Dwarf. And we're dead to some stuff. I shouldn't have cracked there, obviously. I think we're just dead anyway, now that I think about it. They drew a hammer, we're dead. They're both swinging at Wrenn and 6, so that's a good sign. Memnite. Alright, ping the Memnite. You have to block with the Archon here to kill this. Oh, this is such a pain in the ass. Maybe I'm just supposed to plus and get back the Boseiju. And just sit on the Boseiju. At least for one more turn. Because, alright, let's figure this out. We go creativity on this, right? We'd have to go ping this creativity. They sack the Stoneforge Mystic. Right? Then they get, what happens? Then they go 1-2, make a guy. Next turn, animate this, hammer on this. I have to block with Archon. Let's just get Boseiju back. And I think I now play Wrenn and 6. I play the Wrenn and 6, the other Wrenn and 6. I plus it. I get... No, there's no other green untapped sources, so there's no point in doing that. So we'll just hold this up. We'll wait for this next turn where they get to get... Right? Because if we just Archon them, they just make us block with this Ink Moth, and that's terrible. So we just want to see what they do with this stuff, and then we can... We Boseiju something at the end of their turn, and then we'll be able to Archon. We'll be able to get 2 Archons out of this next turn. Alright, there goes the hammer. What's the hammer going on? The hammer goes on the Stoneforge, sure. Alright, so now... What are we attacking? Wrenn? Wrenn. Okay, so let's look. This is going at me. We have to Boseiju this hammer. This is going at me. This is going at Wrenn. So I probably want to keep Wrenn alive by blocking here. Then I can plus return, get this, get another guy. Or I can just let Wrenn die. Right, well, let's do the part that we have to do. We have to kill this. And then I think we let Wrenn die. That's dumb to let Wrenn die. We could just plus, get a Wood of Foothills, play it, get another thing. Or we could just let Wrenn die, hope to draw another land, and then creativity, kill, get 2 Archons. Let's do that. No blocks. They could draw here off the silent clearing, but they're not gonna. They should have done it pre-combat in case they drew the 4th hammer. Alright, so this is what we have to do. If they drew a Spell Pierce off the thing, then they deserve to win, and we deserve to lose. Alright. Did you draw a Spell Pierce? What? Okay, that sucks. That was a very lucky top deck off this, but that's just Magic. Whatever. Alright. That really sucks. Now we're probably just dead. Just dead. I guess we block one of these. We take... Yeah, block the one. We have to draw another way to get Archon here. Huh. Only having one green source is kind of rough. I guess I have to Nature's Claim one of these, block one. I mean, we're not dead. But it's not good. If I am going to do this, I should do it now before they get to untap and draw another fucking Spell Pierce or something. Now we have to jump here. That Spell Pierce hurt. It stung Gingerbread. Alright, so we have to jump here. Block this. And what do we have to draw? I don't even think we have a draw. Guess we have Ren and 6 minus, yeah. GG. Alright, well, that sucks. That top deck Spell Pierce was too strong. I mean, maybe there was another way we could have done this with the sequencing and the Ren and 6s, but... kind of rough, kind of rough, kind of rough. Alright, so what did I think? I don't know. I obviously don't have a lot of experience with the deck. I know how to sideboard, but it seemed like there were... I mean, we died on turn 2 on the play, which, you know, whatever. If they didn't draw... That tournament could have gone a lot different. There's a little bit of awkwardness in the mana. It's so awkward. With the Triomes and this. It's a fun deck. There's a lot to it. Obviously, it rewards you for putting more time into it than I did in this one little adventure. But I got my butt kicked. But it was a lot of fun. So, I'm curious about this archetype. I don't know about the Explorers, though. I mean, seems like you want to just turn one, turn... It just seems like it would be better as, like, a Fire Ice to me, maybe. Where you can get into a position where you can like tap something, and you also just like you could tap someone something, and like we would have won. So we would have won the match number 3. So let's talk about the thing. So round number 1, we beat Grixis Death Shadow. Round number 2, we lost to Living End. It was super close. We had a little bit of a mana issue with color issue in that game. And this game was super close too. I chose to play around the Flusterstorm, and if I would have just jammed and left up the Spell Pierce, their hand was Spell Pierce, Counterspell, Counterspell, Subtlety, Subtlety. So I would have won. So like if I make one different decision here, I win this game. And if they don't top deck a Spell Pierce off their one draw, we win this game. So, like, you know, and this game could have gone a little bit differently, too, if we had drawn a little bit better. So, overall, they're all close games. All went to 3, except for this one. So, it wasn't a terrible experience. You know, this goes a little bit differently if I make a different decision. And this goes a little bit differently if they don't top deck that land. You know? So... it was fun. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this offline version where there's no stream, no alerts, no whatever. And I hope to see you in future videos. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.